Welcome to this Hogwarts Legacy gameplay. You can see it's Christmas themed at the moment in Hogwarts and we're about to attend the class. So let's make our journeys while I'm wearing this outfit. Let's go, enjoy this Hogwarts Legacy gameplay, and if you do, don't forget there's more where this came from inside my Hogwarts Legacy playlist.
If anyone needs help with an essay or assignment, I don't...
So this is where we're going to take our class. I'm going to have to wait until class starts because I'm here early. Pressing X and then it will advance the time. Now I'm not wearing any school garbs at the moment, so let's just fit in rather than stand out right now. So we can just not be distracted by what I'm wearing. So of course you can switch what you're wearing. I'm in Slytherin house. This one we do, it's got the Slytherin badge on it. And I think I'll actually leave the hat on, because it seems to make sense. Yeah, we'll leave the hat on. We're in the class of Merlin. Let's begin.
In today's lesson, we will cover a truly thrilling event. The Goblin Rebellion of 1752 and all its triumphant tragedy. But more specifically, we will address the devastating effect it had.
I've got to wait to stay awake. I've got to...
Throughout the many goblin battles, countless wizard cloaks were lost. Actually, we do know the number. 632. But history occurs outside the classroom. And look, it's time for my constitutional. One can practically osmose the history flowing through Hogwarts.
I think the professor wants us to follow him.
Okay.
And now for a stroll to the bell tower entrance hall. Along with the rest of the castle, it was completed in the early Middle Ages. The hall and the bell towers that loom above it contain myriad interesting artifacts.
Okay. Interesting. I can hear some of the students talking.
Good to see you again. Recovered from that nasty bout of dragon pox, have we?
That wasn't me, Professor. I'm new here.
Are you? Well then, welcome. No doubt you're eagerly anticipating my analysis of various wizarding councils, codes, statutes, and of course, goblin rebellions. Not all goblins are rebellious. Some venture into wizarding politics, such as Eargit the Ugly. Some are talented artisans, such as Bragbor the Boastful.
Okay. Bragbor, I know that name. I'm gonna say the name seems familiar.
Did you say Bragbor? I think I know that name.
Well known for his metalwork. I would imagine much of his goblin-wrought iron and silver has survived to this very day.
Oh, of course. Odgok said he was an ancestor of Ranrock.
Where were we? Oh yes. Back to our class topic for today. Grimbold Weft. Another notable historical figure. He's right nearby.
The animation on his face is there's a lot to it. Professor Binns' name is
Revelio.
No, that's not Grimble.
Goblin Artifact.
All students introduce themselves.
Can you tell me where I might find Grimbold Weft?
Oh yes, Grimbold Weft. Quick with a needle and thread, that one. He's a fascinating artifact of the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
Just about fading.
At any rate, he can be found nearby, perched in his case.
Okay. I'm also going to Revelio here.
Revelio.
Where are you?
Students with a thirst for knowledge do well to seek him out.
What's wrong with Natty?
Wagadu's history is, well, a bit different than that of Hogwarts, to say the least.
This
Full page right there.
is rumoured to be the location of the very first successful use of Bombarda. I suppose successful is a relative term, since whoever cast it didn't live to tell the tale.
Why are you wearing a Gryffindor? And sound like... Okay, yeah, it's just the same voice actor, isn't it?
Interesting.
That Bombarda seemed to go wrong.
Grimbled weft.
There's nothing quite so magical as history. Dusty, immutable history.
Alright, let's keep looking.
This is a centuries-old likeness of Pangadon. Fearless mouse hunter and devoted study companion. People have always loved their pets. I find that comforting.
I understand why.
At least we're out of the classroom.
Let's keep looking. Oh, I've already got that film page
Revelio.
up. Yes, I have. Pensive, but not one we can interact with yet anyway. You guys playing Chinese Whispers? Now they're moving.
Abandoning class to wander the halls is in keeping with Professor Binns' manner of teaching.
Revelio.
It's not here. Still on the lookout.
These bits of broom are all that's left of a witch called Celine Wartnobby. Rumour has it, she was demonstrating her experimental lunar apparition charm. She was never seen again. Perhaps she succeeded. I suppose we'll never know.
Yes, sir.
Leave it to Binns to make the most interesting school in the world seem dull.
Sir Skagglethorpe the Heedless once challenged a mountain troll to a game of musical chairs. Care to guess who won?
These are things that were on the fill pages that we collected much earlier on in the game. Word for word.
Fail history of magic, you're doomed to repeat it. The class, that is.
So look,
Revelio.
no fill page. Who are you? Grimbled Weft. This is the skull of the famed tailor Grimbled Weft, whose skilled needlework repaired countless witches and wizards' coats during the Goblin Rebellion of 1752, thus preventing them from taking ill during battle.
Oh yes, I see you found Grimbold Weft.
Yes, I enjoyed the search.
Yes, I rather enjoyed seeking him out.
The thrill of the scholarly pursuit. I know the feeling quite well. Now, let's turn our attention to the agreeability and general good nature of Sir Athbuttle. He's also nearby. See what you can learn from him for your next assignment.
Who?
Standing in eternal but symbolic watch over the bell tower is a retinue of loyal knights, or rather, statues of knights, I should clarify. Keen-eyed students will spot the statue of Sir Athbuttle of the cheerful countenance nestled among the ranks.
Right, okay, so he's one of the statues, but I'm
His
just going to...
fame was not won by vanquishing foes in single combat, nor by slaying bloodthirsty dragons, but rather in training yards and sculleries, where his warm and approachable demeanor was celebrated by old friends and newcomers alike.
There's a warrior.
Encourage everyone to make the waving statue's acquaintance.
What I wouldn't give to be back on a broom right now.
Hogwarts is impervious to the inexorable march of time.
Go through the door.
That
Let's
is
have a look.
why I admire
Okay, you can't. Never mind. I was trying to make some
all
more
the
journeys.
centuries that Hogwarts
So I'm stuck in this area for a bit until we find this statue.
as it collapsed.
Let's look around. No, there was stone statues over there, but I'm just gonna... Yeah, nah, it's got to be the ones that we've already went to then. It's just it wasn't our time to discover it.
As one would expect, Hogwarts contains no narthex.
Revelio.
Obviously, those would not...
I saw him moving. This is literally waving. Raven Knight. This set of armour belongs to Sir Afpuddle of the Cheerful Countenance, a legendary friendly knight who supposedly won every battle before it was fought by virtue of his admirable negotiating tactics. Some attribute his success to an overly potent, cheery charm he cast upon himself. So that's what he was doing, he was waving. Now we know.
There's nothing quite so magical as history. Dusty, immutable history.
Professor Binns, I found the statue of Sir Afpuddle.
Ah, well done. Alas, Sir Afpuddle's affability was his undoing. Died instantly trying to befriend a basilisk. Eye contact is not always to be encouraged. So beloved was he that even some goblins mourned his passing. Of course, that did not bode well with the rest of the goblins, most of whom could not abide mourning the loss of a wizard.
That's a shame. I'm not surprised.
Goblins and wizard kind will never trust each other.
Yes, well, it takes a cauldron to raise a chisperful, as they say. History does tend to repeat. It is a series of patterns, a thought both comforting and disconcerting. The wise student, such as yourself, will learn from it.
Yes. History of Magic class is complete.
History is written by those who do their schoolwork, so they say. Or at least, I like to say that.
I bet.
How can we do so much and accomplish so little?
What's wrong, Natty?
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
She should be proud of you.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Your dad turned into a giraffe. Maybe you just should have just went in human form. That probably would have been kind of not your fault. You were just a kid. Just saying. Are you looking to avenge his death?
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
Isn't that kind of like a contradiction because your dad can't fight them now, so you're fighting for it? Just saying. How's your mother doing?
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way.
So you're doing
but that does not mean that she likes it.
You are confused.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed.
Rain does not fall on one roof
Thank
alone.
you again
That's
for
dope.
saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
You're welcome. Let's walk away like a G. Brooklyn, Brooklyn, Brooklyn.